Hello and welcome. Is my mic on? It is on. Welcome. We're going to be doing some RTS prototyping today, and well, I've got a pretty solid idea of what this stream is going to look like because I've been making a lot of decent progress, and then I hit one particular mechanic that I've just kind of hit a wall with, and I really need to get over it to continue. And this stream, we're going to get over that wall. And it's going to be maybe something you don't expect. It's something I didn't expect would be as hard as it is. It's the command card. The thing in the corner of any RTS. Not every RTS has a command card, but if your RTS has a command card, it's where like the move button, the stop button, the attack button are. If you're a building, it's where the buildings that you can build are. You click on it and then you put the building down. It's the thing that if you've played an RTS long enough, you forget it exists. You don't use it. It doesn't matter to you. I don't know why, but I thought that would be like a day to implement. It's been 3.5 days and I'm just not sure. The problem is, take Warcraft 2 for example. Most units have the same 5 buttons in their command card. Like you click on a footman, you get the move, attack, stop, hold person, and patrol buttons. You get those 5. If you click on a not a catapult, that's a bad example. An archer. If you click on a destroyer, like. There's a lot of overlap there. So you'd think like, okay, maybe there's like a common command card that units have. And then there's like one for peasants. And then there's one for, each building has its own thing. What is this stream about? I can't read. So we're going to be making an RTS prototype. And by making, I mean, I have been making one for the past week and change. And I did part 1 on stream a bit ago. This is part 2. So, we're not going to finish. We're not going to finish at all. The goal is to implement the command card. If I hit play, and this game looks a little different from the last time I streamed, the command card would be like the buttons here. There'd be like I'd click on a unit. There'd be like a move button, a stop button, an attack button. And that's for our purposes, that's all we really need. We implement those and then we're good. And the thing is that this is a pretty important mechanic. I've tried to like procrastinate on it and postpone it, but I want to add like buildings. I want to add unit abilities, and both of those require the command card to really use. So we can't get around adding it. It's kind of important. So yeah. I guess I can show off what I've got right now. I think the last time that I streamed, this circle was a gradient, which that's all I could come up with in the time. I don't think there was something weird about the targeting that I fixed off stream. I think it was that when a unit attacks, it actually is attacking every unit in its range, not just one unit, which, whoops, that's a bug. Now it attacks one unit at a time. So we can actually win this 2v2 instead of always losing it because we're the attacker. I also added control groups. So if I hit control 1, and then I press the 1 key. Nope, sorry, shift 1. I need to rebind. Then I hit the 1 key. I hit the 1 key. I hit the 1 key. It's super easy to add more control groups. I haven't done it because I'm lazy, but yeah. All right, enough of that. And I've done a fair amount on the command card so far. The first thing we need to do, I have a command object here. So a generic command object. So we pass in the unit and we pass in where that unit is going. And then we hit execute. We call the execute function and it does the rest. This can get more complicated, easy, no problem. This is something that we can make a queue for. We can have a command queue. This is now something that we can make a button for and attach this command to that button. And then every time we press the button, it creates a new command object. Then we pass that to the input handler, input manager, whatever I'm calling it. And then we wait for the player to either click on a destination or cancel. I don't have the cancel button implemented yet, but you know that it's one of those. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's implement that. Let me look down here. Map view. Okay, I have a button somewhere. Is it control group? No, it's not control group. Is it in here? Unit grid map. No, that's not it. You know, it's possible that command cards are complicated. It's also possible that I'm just tired and out of it. And I think the lack of focus I'm having right now is making me think that actually maybe that's the problem. I don't have energy. Where did it go? I don't know. Map helper? No. Didn't I make a command object? Command card object? Oh, here it is. It's in map view. Great. This is a generous amount of buttons. We're not going to be having that many buttons. We're just going to have a move button. And we're not going to define it here in the scene. We actually want the scene to... Maybe we have a command card handler and then we pass our... We can have a command card handler and then it's responsible for setting up these buttons, putting like the icon and stuff in there. But the problem with that is that is there a problem? Maybe there isn't a problem. I could theoretically just pass this around to any part of the HUD that I need it to be attached to. I think because the HUD, I have it attached to the camera right now, I'm a little concerned that I'm going to run into a wall where I'm like, well, what if I have multiple cameras and I want to be able to jump back and forth between cameras? Do I have to move the HUD onto the new camera? I don't want to have like 10 cameras and 10 HUDs. I want to have one HUD. I can have 10 cameras, but only one HUD. I need to think about... This needs to be movable. Ideally, I just have a manager for that, like a HUD manager. And yeah, okay. So what I'm thinking is nothing. My brain is empty right now. No, what I'm thinking is we have a new script here, command card, and then we pass in button objects, command button objects, and then those buttons contain their logic. The logic is contained in the buttons. So I need to start defining buttons. So first of all, I need a hi, welcome aboard. I need a new, what am I going to call this? Command button? It's frustrating that I've made a folder called commands and then I put the commands in here, and now I'm going to create a folder called command buttons and I'm going to put buttons in there. Maybe I can actually do it in here. Command buttons. What's my... I use underscores in folders. Smurfed yourself? Oof. Let's go ahead and make a generic command button. I think this is going to be a button. Isn't there a rich text button? I think I want this to be a rich text button in the long run, but for now it can just be a button. Do I want it to be a scene? Maybe. There's no harm in making it a scene, and then just if I don't need it to be a scene, I can delete the scene. So we'll create a new scene. But this is an abstract. This is going to be an abstract object. How does this is why I haven't made progress on this, because I keep getting like stumped by my my own desires to do this in a way that won't bite me in the ass later. Dread manager. I don't know if that's a reference to something. Let's just go. Attach script. We're going to call this the command button script. No, wait. No, because this is going to be abstract. No, this can't be a scene. Oh no, I want to keep that. Make this extend button for now. And then I don't know what we need, but we can just get this out of here. Close that and make a new button. This button is going to be, Manager manager needs a manager called manager. If I don't name this something stupid like that, this is a move button. So what I need this to do is when I press it, is that a signal group that I can borrow from? No, not in the editor. Okay, button. What signal do I want to look for? Wait, there's no button signal. There's no like on pressed. There's no signals at all. Am I crazy? Oh, base button. Okay. Pressed. There we go. So we're just, oh no, this is a method. Oh, this isn't a signal, this is a method, but it gets called whenever you press the button. Huh. Great. Just out of curiosity, there are signals. Okay, so there are signals, but let's try just making it pressed. So theoretically, if we call this function will get called every time we press this button. Oh, wait a minute. We need an init to set up what the button looks like. Okay, and we're a button, so self.name, nope, self.text equals move. Okay, let's just, for now, let's just print we pressed move. We'll figure out what we actually need to do we can potentially ask the game to tell us what we've got targeted. Potentially. I've got this is an auto load. There's no targeting here. That's done in the map input handler. Nope, just kidding. That's done in the command handler. Input command handler. Yeah, selected units are right here. So that probably actually should be moved to the manager. That way that other things in the world can tell what I have selected. Let's get that going. Okay, selected units. I'm using it all over the place. Excellent. But I think I did a thing that wasn't stupid, and I made these extra functions that are designed to interface with selected units. So if I group.set units, selected units. That's fine. For unit and selected units. All right, let's just move this to the input manager. For now, I'm moving it here because this is also where we've got our command being handled. And we gotta remap all of these. I don't know why I'm not just copy and pasting. But I'm gonna not copy and paste out of spite now. Okay, let's see. Does the game still happen? Yeah, we can still move. Okay, we can still double select. We can. That is. Okay, the selecting is a little rough. The selecting is a little rough. I don't know. I have options for fixing that, but I don't know if I should worry now or later. Okay, the game works, so we're okay. So now we have access to what we've got selected. We go back to the button. We were just making the button a thing that you can press. Okay, so I need this command card to exist. What? It's not going to contain these buttons. It's going to contain buttons that we load up. So I could just put a move button here. The problem is I don't want it to exist when I have nothing selected. And when I do have something selected, I would like to get that unit's command card and put it in. So I don't want these to be populated. These are just placeholder. But I need to not use them. But I need to put this element here so that I can do stuff with it. All right, and don't take up the entire world. Okay. This could be the kind of thing where like I need to move these functions all need to be moved into the input manager. And then I need to make sure that if I'm changing the unit if I'm changing the selected units, I only do it through these functions. And then these functions are responsible for like update the command card every time you change the selection. Add unit to selection. When do I call this function? I call it once. Remove unit from selection. Select control group. Okay. So this is fine. The UML document looks lovely. Oh. There's a acronym I haven't heard in a long time. Selected units is empty. This is fine as well. Set units. This is fine. This is fine. So this is the only thing that's not fine. So I need to make a function to replace this. So it's like set units to selection. Okay. Unit param dot selected is true. Don't I have, okay, so this will simultaneously clear out all existing units and then set new ones. Is that auto magically happening already? Do I have something? No, I don't. Oh, I do. It's right here. I don't need most of this function. Actually, we're just calling select units because that function can just move. These 4 functions can move. What is this? Control groups. Okay. This is just how I'm clearing out the array, which is silly. I'm just select units, a single unit. Whatever. Let's just grab all of these functions, move them to the input manager. Make this really, really complex. maybe not this one. No, actually, this one should be here too. Because controlled groups shouldn't be locked to a map. Complex now less feature discovery. Shoelace is tied up too early. Create control group. I mean, it was dumb for me to put this on the map because, like, that means that units are tied to the map. They can't leave the map ever. And that was never my plan. Well, I see that that was now a mistake. I now see that was a mistake. Fortunately, this is actually pretty easy to fix. I just need to not use the input command handler. Let's just use the input manager. Oh, wait a minute though. This is the game map. Oh, I put this in here? Oh man. Okay. Yeah, this is tied up. This is tied up so hard already. Okay, so I'm just gonna tidy up a bit. Let me just go ahead and grab control group. Move that to the input manager. I will take these two, grab them. Nope, they don't go there. They go way up here at the top. Okay. And then we just got to rearrange our life around the thing that we just did. So this doesn't happen here. Do we even have that function? Did I just take that function away? Control group. Oh, I need to not take that function away because that's actually an internal function. Func create control group num int. Why did I do that? Code towers of class inheritance are lovely, but not always the best solution for overplay discovery. Indeed. So we're just gonna go ahead and go to our input manager dot assign control group num. All right, that should be okay there. A game map needs this to be adjusted to the input manager. This is only a mess because I attached the UI to my input handler. I should not have done that. This whole drag start select box. Oh, all right. Oops. Okay. That still works. That still works. That still works. Let me try setting a command group. No, it does not work. Where are we? This is the game map. Okay. Okay, let me try selecting a command group. Okay, it works. Okay, all of that just to refactor. We're gonna have to do another refactor. Let me just put a to-do for myself. Now I need to go back to here. We just need to add this button. Okay. Okay. I only want, oh, this is, okay, so this is, I remember now. This is why I did that. Because I need these functions to all be updated to now connect to the command card and populate it based on what I'm targeting. So I need a new manager because there's no way, like, I want one HUD. I don't want there to be one HUD for every map. Just one HUD, period. Command card manager. Okay, and then we'll make it an auto load. All right, we have it. We don't need these. We need, basically, the first thing we need is we need the command card. That is something that we will need to make a singleton with the rest of our UI, but for now, it is not a singleton. On ready, I want you to get the command card manager dot register self. Okay, come on. Why won't you take me there? Func this command card. No diagram, no ninja comments, no paper notes, full frontal lobing. That's right. Frontier coding. That's all we can do. All of that other stuff requires planning. It requires prep. It requires things that aren't coding. And we don't have the time for that. If we had the time for that, I would be all for it. But We don't. Go now find command card. It's a thing I just invented. Great. We now have the object that is rendered. I would like to hide it. Let's just verify that that works first. Who needs a plan? That's right. It's there and it's hidden. And then func. I think I need to have somewhere, and that somewhere can be here, where I basically cache the command card for every unit, and then I can just pull it up. So that's probably warrants a dictionary. Wait. I might need a dictionary of command cards. Grouping, button groupings, the buttons. Oh, I need a data set, a data object for that, huh? Oh, okay. Well, let's just make a data set. Let's just make a data object. Because set command card needs to take in I mean, it might just take in a string, the name of the command card, and then we go to our dictionary and we grab the actual command card and we just pop it into the HUD. And it magically works because it does. But we need to register the command cards. I already have that function crap. Go back here. Why does this not take me to my... Okay. So I need to have a dictionary. I just need a command card object. Let me just comment this out because I don't want it to yell at me while I'm working. Can we just create them in here as an inner class? Is that dumb? I think that's dumb. If I do that, am I able to access them in here? Why am I in here? No, in here. No, I'm not. All right, we need, I think that's going to be a resource. Yeah, that should be a resource. Why wouldn't it be a resource? Is there any reason not to make this a resource? The command card itself. It's just a collection of it's just a button array. It's predefined. We won't have a dynamic command card. Or will we? Well, the command cards won't be dynamic, but we can create new ones whenever we want. So yeah, it should be a resource. It should be a resource. How abstract do you want your data to be against the engine? I just want to make a game, man. I don't care. I don't care if there's no data. Let's go ahead and make a new folder, command card. I'm just having a thought, like, or do I want to put it inside of every unit? Do I want to make this even more complicated? It's not the worst thing to put the command card inside of the unit. And then I can assign whatever I want to the unit. In BASIC, you straight up programmed in data. This was the norm for 20 years. If it works, I am not opposed to that. This is probably going to be something. I'm going to make a decision. I'm just going to make a separate here, like basic command card, basic card, and then just put move, stop, and attack in there. And then all units will use that. That could be a mistake, and I may need to refactor it. But as we've seen on stream today so far, I'm no stranger to making mistakes and then having to refactor painfully. I mean, this isn't actually that painful in the grand scheme of things, but I will. Is this something that I could make the command cards here and then put them in the unit? Can I do something like that? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like I tried that in the past, and Godot was like, "You can't put that in a resource in the editor. Like you can obviously do that in code, but doing that in code is a pain." Open a terminal, navigate to your projects folder, and type the command tree to visualize your lobbygram. I'm not going to open a terminal. that is ungame. Command. So, okay. Do I call this data? Why did I make it a node? I want it to extend resource. I don't know why I have to. I'm not operating on a lot of brain power today. I think I've said that already. Command card data. Did I call this unit data? I did. Okay, good. That's good. We're on track. I want this to be abstract. I didn't have to call this abstract? Oh, this doesn't inherit this. This is a unit data object. Okay. I don't know why. I was thinking of how I implemented resources in my dungeon crawler, which is an obsolete / bad way to do it, but I didn't know better. This might be better than I thought. Hold on. So so there's 9 buttons. So we're just going to have a grid of 9 buttons. So just var export var button 1. What is this going to be? Where did I command card command button? Oh, I can't do that. I could create an enum in here. This is a weird place to put it, but I could create an enum and then just, when the time comes, match case the enum to the button. If everything is a text file, you are going to entertain the potential for editing or modding from users without much training or knowledge. You can reduce messing with the file formats and resources. I don't mind if this is modded. I don't mind any of that. That sounds great, actually. Just make everything a text file. Yeah, heck yeah. I don't know. I don't know why there are game developers that are hostile to modding. That doesn't make any. That never made any sense to me. The only way it makes sense to me is um, for business people who are trying to make money off of games and don't actually care about like fun or anything like that. I can see why they would want to restrict modding, but like actual game developers, no, I don't. Doesn't make any sense to me. Do I want motivated people to take my game and make it better? I don't know, man. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make that enum. Is this a terrible idea? Actually, I feel like it is a terrible idea. I should not call it that. The reason I feel like this is a bad idea is because if I create a new command button, I need to update this to be able to add it to a command card. Is that bad? Not necessarily, but also this means that I have to create every single button in this enum. And if there was a way to instead just be like, name equals, I don't know, move. And then just every button dynamically creates an enum at runtime. That is what I would prefer to have rather than just have to maintain this giant enum in this random resource file just to make my editor experience a little better. Oh. Or is there an easy way to do this? I also have to create a function to turn this enum into a button. And I'm not, I should not call it this. Does that work? Because I have multiple things named command button. Match CB, turn move button. Do I not have? I don't. I don't want to have to name each of it. Why can't I just put it? Why can't I just drag and drop this stupid script? Oh no! What? Don't complain. What is the? What is this complaining about? Go to it. Recursively build buttons if that's what you mean. It's not. What I want is, this function may be unnecessary. What I would like is I want to create a new resource, command card data. We're going to call this basic command card. So we've got 9 buttons here and they're all move. First of all, there we go. Instead of just having a massive drop down, I would like to be able to go over to my commands, grab this button and just drag it in. And then when the time comes, the resource will figure out exactly how to populate the command card. Pass that to the command card manager, and then we win. We did it. Like, that's it. We're done. Make an array and then fold out 9 or more. Making an array is even more of a headache than this. Like, sure, I can do this. But now I have to do, like, that's not solving my problem. Let me just, real quick, Godot pass in script into resource in editor. Drag. Okay, wait a minute. No, the button has to be a node. It's a button, so a button is a node. So for a second I was like, what if I make the button a resource? No, that won't work. Sup, welcome, the bomb 4321. How's it going? Define the target property using the script or GDScript data type. Is that can I do that? Oh, I can do that? Oh, wait, hold on. Is it really that simple? Hold on, let me just. That's all I need. Yeah. Cool. I don't need this anymore. I don't need any of this anymore. I'm just going to get back to here. Button 1 through button 9. Oops. Let's go ahead and redefine these. Feel tired, but how are you doing? I'm also feeling tired. I've been feeling tired all week. This is not the only thing that's been on my mind, for sure. Work has been pain. And just trying to get places on time has been a pain. And then I've been stumped by this specific problem, and it's been holding back my game development. So, yeah. This is what I want. I think. How do I do? Like, okay, so I have the script, but how do I turn that into a, well, hold on. So we have the basic command card, and there's the recipe for it. So we need to be able to turn it into a, we just need to instantiate it. Yeah, we just instantiate it. So how do I take a script and how do I instantiate it? load, call instantiate, and then use add child. So like a scene then, but it's not a scene, it's a GD script. Why am I looking at this? Can you call your script.new? I need set script. I think calling .new on a GD script doesn't actually do that. But let me check, because I can look at the docs for sure. So there is returns a new instance of the script. Oh, it does. That does. Okay, that might work. Yeah. That turned into a link. We could try it. Let's see. If it's that easy, then hey. So what I could do is say, okay, all units should have a command card data on them. And then when we select a unit, we go into their command card data and we say, do you have a command card? And if you don't, we'll grab the basic command card and we'll make that the command card. We go back to our manager, command card manager. So I need to set the command card. Maybe we have an onReady func set default command card. Okay, we're gonna do that right now. I just wrote that so that just in case I run out of focus mid typing, I can just look up and see what I'm doing. What am I doing? Oh yeah, we're setting the default command card. There, I need a dictionary. CC dict is a dictionary. We take in a resource file. Is that right? What are we indexing on? It might be a resource file. We take in a resource file and we output an array of buttons. A dictionary of buttons? We could just make a dictionary of dictionaries. No, an array. I don't know. Can we do a thing where we set null values in an array? Or like placeholder values in an array? I think we can. We can append null to an array. If so, then we should just put arrays in here. A dictionary of arrays. Yeah. Let's get our command card. Why am I doing this wrong? Card data array command buttons equal that. Nested type collections are not supported. Oh, fair enough. So instead of an array, what we can have is a. Is this a thing? No, this is the HUD. I just need a class that's sole purpose is to contain 9 buttons. That's it. was worried about nested knives. Bit me multiple times. Oh, I can see why they wouldn't allow it, but it does make me sad because there are a lot of problems that you can solve by nesting. Dictionaries. As silly and dumb as it sounds. You could just, like, instead of nesting the dictionaries, just have one huge dictionary, but no. Create a new thing. But why? Don't make it in the map view. Where am I putting this? No, wait, it does go in the map view. Because this is a UI element. This is a UI folder. Command buttons. And this is just going to consist of an array of buttons. Doesn't need to extend node. Probably doesn't need to extend ref counted, but why not? There's no harm in it. Var buttons equals array. Nope. Array command button equals that. That's it. And then we go back here to our, nope, here. There we go. We've solved the problem. What problem is that? I don't know. We're going to go back here. We're going to pass in our, we need to get the var basic ccd equals load, and then we go grab it there. This will give us, theoretically, we can just iterate through all the buttons. Oh, we can't iterate unless this is an array. Yeah, it should be array. Bomb4321, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Throw a hash map at it. Yeah, that's what dictionaries are. Never actually considered dynamically assigning scripts, though I'm still fairly new to Godot. There are a lot of disadvantages to using a dynamically typed language. Performance-wise, it's slower. There's less guarding that the interpreter can do on your behalf against stupid decisions that a compiler would be like, yo, that's a typo. You can't do that. An interpreter would be like, I mean, maybe you intended to type. There's a lot of disadvantages using a dynamically typed language. One of the advantages is you get to treat code as an object. I think you can technically do that in a statically typed language, and that's where people go insane. But in a dynamically typed language, you can just do that. So take advantage of that, because you don't get it for free. But absolutely. Basic ccd dot button1 equals, no, what am I doing? Command buttons. I need to make a new command button. Var command button. And I'm gonna stop doing this because there's a smarter way to. What? Why didn't that? Wait, why doesn't that work? What? Why did? Okay. What? What do you mean you can't find command button? Did I not name it? Oh, I didn't name it. So that was never working. Great. Smart. I'm smart. Oh, jeez. I'm sweating. Come back here. Okay. I need to get used to doing this because it saves me like a dozen key presses every time I declare a variable. Command buttons. Dot buttons. Dot append. Dot new. That should give us a button in our command button. Our command button should, we need to add it to the dictionary. Set. Oh, geez. How do I pass this thing in? No, indexing on this is dumb. I need to index on something not dumb. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine that we're doing this. Maybe this isn't insane. I'm just gonna move this to here. And then we need to pass in command buttons. All right. This should set the default command card, the basic command card. I need to save this. I need to not waste it. Yeah, like that. So that I can refer back to it if I need to. Despite my somewhat novice state, my current goal in Godot is to make a custom 3D tile system in Godot that'll be quite different from Godot's tile, but hopefully still close enough in the editor's control sense to not be confusing. That is a ambitious goal. Hope it works. I really enjoy when the editor plays nice. Having to do things the painful way in the editor versus having to do things the easy way, world of difference. That's why everything I do is a tile map editor, tile map layer, because it's easy to do in the editor. I mean, it's not easy, but it's easier than not. Okay, set command card. Oh man, I have to take in a command card data. I mean, technically I don't. I could do this, right? No, you can't do that. Oh, you actually can. Okay, good. If ccd param else pass else, because we'll never pass in while we're in test mode. We go to the ccdict dot get the basic ccd. This gets us our basic card. Okay, we have it. What do we do with it? We go through our CC HUD up here. We clear all the buttons out. So we should probably get a function, clear all buttons out. And then what we probably do is we track this object and then we go for hbox in vbox container.get children. Include internal. What is the internal parameter? Ah, they're not duplicated and they're not got with get children. Okay. Hide the internal nodes from the user so the user won't accidentally delete or modify them. Okay. Got it. We didn't do that to ourselves, so we're good there. Thought the keyword was void, not null. There's no void in GD script. This is a... Oh, no, I guess there is. I don't know how to explain the difference between those. Void is a type, and null is a lack of anything. It should be the same as like C. Like a void is a return type. A void is not, like, you wouldn't set something equal to void. You could set something equal to void star, but that's where craziness happens. My tile system will have models automatically warp to the vertices of a quad mesh so that you can automatically get natural curvature in your tile map practically for free, while still just placing tiles. Cool. That sounds fancy. Using trilinear interpolation and a vertex shader with instancing. Do you use shaders to affect the shape of things? I don't know enough about shaders to know what they're capable of. That sounds really cool. I thought shaders were a lot more limited than that. Oh, actually, no, that makes perfect sense that they can affect shape. No, what am I talking about? Because that, like, shapes are handled in the GPU. Yeah. No, that's that's smart. Vertex shader allows me to warp the vertices around. Yeah. I blame being tired. I'm tired. For button in. Oh, I don't want to like delete the button. Because that button exists in a command card somewhere. But I do want to make the button go away. What does a for loop do if this is empty? Get to the top. GD script. Skip execution. Perfect. All right. I probably knew that. Probably have experienced that before. So we just want to remove child. hbox.remove child button. Get those buttons out of here. I don't want these buttons anymore. Func add button. Button. Command button. Position. I want to be able to set empty spaces in the command card. For loop, whole loop. It's got nothing to loop over. Yeah. Though in order for that to work for primitive colliders, I have to convert primitives to convex hull approximations that can then be warped. I know some of those words. I feel like I should know what that means, but I do not have the spoons to. It sounds fancy. It sounds like you are on a good path. Oh, I know. To do make button indexable. Okay. For hbox container in vbox container.get children, if hbox dot get child count is less than 3, then we add the button as a child, and then we're done. hbox dot add child button. Cool, we're done. If we somehow get to the point where we have no space for them, we panic. Maybe that should just be a to-do. No, yeah. I don't know. The to-do tracker I'm using supports fix me, hack, and to-do, and I think I should take advantage of that, but anyway, let's go back to our command card manager. We have the button. We would like to clear out our buttons, cc HUD dot clear all buttons out, and then cc HUD dot add button for button and command buttons. Okay, but this doesn't work because this isn't an iteratable object, right? Oh, it is. Oh, did I turn this into an array? I don't remember doing that. I remember making that a thing that I would. I'm getting this confused. I'm getting the data with the buttons. Yeah, the buttons. This is an array. Yeah, so we just iterate through and we just add button and then we're done. We did it. I just need to call this function when it's appropriate now. Got the actual warp grid set up for basic instancing of a wireframe cube. So the next move is to set up handling of some basic tile palettes set up so I can connect the actual tile models to the grid. Whoa. You're going deep, man. Bro's a math whiz? Yeah. Agreed. Going to look at the input manager. Because I think when I select the unit, I would like to, oh wait, I need to have a clear command card. I also need to make sure that this is made visible because I think it starts not visible. Func. All right. Now we go back to the input manager. When we remove a unit from selection, if selected units dot empty is empty, then we go to the command card manager dot hide command card. This is the only way that we would ever not have units, right? Let me go back to here. When we right click and we send an order out, how are we clearing out? Oh, we don't. Oh. Oh, we're doing selecting. Okay, we're doing it in the select units. Got it. So I need to also check here. If the selected units is empty, hide it. Oh, actually, I'm already doing that. So what kind of RTS you're making? So this is a prototype. So the whole goal is to make a bare bones something and then start experimenting with various ideas to see if they work in an RTS, and if they don't, throw them away because it's a prototype, whatever. So I don't have high ambitions for this, but I would like for it to work, to be functional, something that I can publish and that would I wouldn't feel embarrassed putting in a game jam. I need to. So I think if I add a command card manager call here, and then we just pass in null because to do don't pass in nothing here. And then maybe do something like this. All right, moment of truth. Dang, you're out here making a whole game. I was just proud I made a shader effect. Well, like, the progress on this is so inconsistent because it's like making this map took an hour because it's just the Kenny tile sheet. It's from kenny.nl. And so are the sound effects and the mouse. It's like, I'm just using free assets. Not a big deal. Super quick to make this. And then adding units. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. What? How did we? What? Oh, I forgot the return. Whoops. Just keep adding children until you blow up. Yeah, great. Adding units, making them clickable. Oh, there it is. There it is. If you just slap it together, you can progress pretty quickly. Progress is very inconsistent. Like adding these health bars took an hour. Highlighting these guys took 3 hours. being able to select 2 units at the same time. Clicking move doesn't do anything. It should just issue we pressed move, and it did, and it disappears when we're not selecting anything. Oh yes, this is exactly the past 90 minutes have just been to make this happen, and it works. Just I'm gonna pass out now. No, I'm not done. But like this is a massive hurdle that is 90 minutes on stream and like 6 more hours off stream just to make that happen. Yeah. It feels good. It feels good. Let's not lose the momentum. I feel you. Yeah. We can make this movement button actually work now. We can flesh it out. I've added I've added 3 different things that have the word command card in them, and I don't mentally remember where anything is. But hey, here's something that I'm pretty sure I can do. Why did I self-text? Oh yes, that's the name of the button. So when we press this button, we can go to the input handler, input manager, and say, who's selected? Who am I being ordered by to? And At the moment, that is being done in here. Where are we creating our movement command? Here in the right click. But we can, oh wait, no, we still want that. We still want right click to move. But we can also say in the left click, oh, I left myself a little slot. Yeah, this is exactly where we want to write the code. We say, we click on the button. The button sets a mode somewhere that's like, I am the movement command button. I am going to create a movement command. And then the player is responsible for left clicking where they want the destination of that be. We can populate that based on who the selected units are at the time that we create. We can just I just gotta do it. And just talking does not make it easier. Doing it wrong makes it easier. So we're gonna go ahead and grab, when we press this, we have a mode somewhere. I'm very certain. This command. So we're going to set a command and we're going to change our mouse mode to target. Do I have a function for that? We have Q command. Yeah. So we'll Q command, input manager.Q command, movement command. And we can actually just const. Nope, it's not a const. Is it a const? Let's find out. Godot, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Is this a const? Move command. Let me go grab it. Oh wait, no, I can just do this. Not a constant, okay. I think I need to do .new here. There's probably a way I can just take this out, put it into the command button function, and then all buttons will work. I just need to assign what the command actually is. But anyway, we press the button, we cue a move command. Okay, cool, great. I said that. What does that do? That sets the mouse mode to target, and it puts our command here, but that's not the end of the story, because we need to prep it and then execute, and we don't have to prep until we left click. So we can prep it in the here. Okay. We can just psychically know that we're a move command because we just do. And then we prep it. And then we execute it for every unit. That won't work. What? That doesn't work. Wait a minute. Shoot. Okay, I need to think. This is annoying because I don't have a formula for commands yet. And I need that because I need to be able to create the command. Maybe I don't. Maybe I change this back to an init move command. Maybe I just make this prep. That's actually what I meant. I changed it to call prep at some point because I was thinking like, I want to be able to create the command, but not issue the command because there's a delay between when the player clicks the move button and then when they actually click where the destination is. And I want to be able to create the move first and then issue the destination later, but maybe I don't want that. I can just not do that. We'll go back here. This is now an it. Everything should behave the same. Just to confirm. Well, that's not correct. All right. There we go. Okay. Does nothing. Yeah, okay. So we actually don't want to make this a new. This is a ref counted. Or is this a GD script? Are we passing the GD script? Because if we are, then that frees us up. Then we just go down here. When we do the thing, when we get here, all we have to do is go, okay, what's my command? Grab the command, instantly propagate it with the, we just psychically know that it wants the unit and the target location. We just psychically know that. I've got a to-do for make that not the case. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that in the future. I'll another to-do. Handle command parsing better than this. Okay. All right, perfect. Now we can write whatever we want, and we've got it to do. We go ahead and get the input manager dot command dot new. Oh, hold on. First I need to check if unit. Oh, no, I don't. Just kidding. I want to for dot unit selected units. We need to create the command, then we queue it. Where's this queue command? That's in the unit? Okay, sure. This is not a move command. This is actually the input manager. Command new. Why did I do this? No, I probably want to do that. I probably do want to keep that. What can I name this? So this is the Selected unit. Selected unit in selected units. Okay. It occurs to me that the way I have this set up, select units, that handles playing the sound so that I don't play the sound 50 times. Okay, if I click move, this should work. This should just 100% work. This should change the mouse cursor to the selected thing. I should be able to click on the ground and it'll move this guy. Yeah. Instant crash, but that's okay because it's crashing on the sound manager. Oh, because I copy pasted dumbly. Unit data. Oh. Right. All right, there we go. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot to set the mode back. I need to actually finish. Okay, so after we've done that, then we go to the input manager dot selected dot clear command. Yes, input manager dot. I don't think I want to clear the selection. Yeah, I think I want to keep the selection. Is that right? When you issue in Warcraft 2, when you give a move command, like when you right click, this absolutely holds the selection, but if you give a move command, does it? I don't remember. Okay. That's it. This is it. This is actually where I wanted to stop. I did actually want to implement a stop button and an attack button, and the attack button would do the exact same thing as the move button. So I'm cool with skipping that. But let's do the stop button. Then I will stop the stream. We'll call that a successful stream. And then I'll take a deep breath and fall over because I'm tired. Let us implement a new button. We're gonna call this button the stop button. Actually, I'm just gonna duplicate this button. Duplicate. And I need a stop command. That means we need to duplicate this. All right, and instead of the destination being the destination param, we're just going to ignore that and make it why am I doing this? Unit nav agent navigation finish dot connect command finished. Oh, we should just emit this signal immediately. Go back to here. How do I tell this thing to stop? Just stop. Just give up. Uh, Maybe I can just set the position equal to the unit.position. And then we don't need this. Okay, so we have the stop button. There's a stop command loaded in the stop button. Now we just need to go to our resource. It should just be as simple as going to our resource. We need to add button, this number 2. This should probably be an array, but make this an array. Cool. We're good. I have 11 to-dos. They add up. Where's button 1? Oh, that's something that is being handled by my command button. Yes. I am certain that I'm going to read this in the future. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. There we go. Future me, you owe me 1. Is that it? Did I add it to... No, I didn't. Let me go grab button number 2. Get in there. All right. Well, okay. That's not the correct behavior. That does work, but when I press that, it should be an immediate button, not a cue. Okay. I promised myself I would do this. So our button needs to differentiate between immediate versus target. Oh, I guess we can just make a like func trigger command. Oh, this doesn't work. What? There's a function that doesn't. There's no point in that function. Don't cue the command. Just do it. Q bool equals true. I need to pass in the selected units vector to we'll pass in a destination of nowhere. Okay. And then we'll go back to the stop button. And instead of calling Q command, we'll call Q command false, thus solving the problem. And it crashes. We can't call new on a GD script. I thought we could. What is this? Cannot convert argument 1 from array to object. Oh. Oh, it needs to be... Okay, yeah. That's my bad. For unit in selected units. There we go. Hey, that's the behavior we want. Almost. It would be nice to have like a audio cue when I do that. And I don't have audio plugged into Twitch because it's just the Kenny like beep sound. It's not pleasant to listen to. But let me just put a to do there. I'm not going to do that now. To do. I did. I don't know if I did this last stream, but I did put the sounds in a resource. So yeah, it is trivially enough to just get the unit's selected sound effect. It would be nice if that was handled in a universal function and I didn't have to, every time I execute a function, go and make sure I'll play the sound effect. But I think I'm going to have to do that. I think that's just the life that I have given myself. Oh. Yeah. So I'm going to call this a success. I'm just going to do this one more time. Stop. Go back. Stop. You go. Stop. Cool. I think there are Kenny icons that I can use here instead of move and stop. I am not gonna, I'm just gonna really quickly look. 99% sure I don't have them loaded, but I'm just gonna go grab them. If so, plug them in. I'd rather have icons there instead of text. Probably more pleasant to click on. Let's just go over here. And that's it. It worked. It didn't crash. Hold on, what if I press stop like 30 times? What if I press move 30 times? Okay, I'm happy. There's a lot to do. There are a lot of things I need to fix. There's a lot more I need to add to this game. But adding the command card was the hurdle that I was stuck on. It was sapping my will to work on this game. So I'm glad that it's done. Glad that I can move on. The next couple of things I'm going to add are buildings and being able to build buildings, and then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think. That's what I want to move on to next. Add a second type of unit. Maybe have unit stats pop up because I have unit stats. Yeah, I have unit stats. They exist, so why not put them in the HUD? And then I don't know. We'll chip away at the feature list. Get this thing resembling something that we can start experimenting with. And then the first thing I want to experiment with, I don't remember if I said this, but I would like to try adding multiple maps, multiple small maps, gluing them together through corridors. So like this is map 1, and then like over here there's a choke point here. If I send units here, they'll travel to map 2, and then I can pop over to map 2, completely different map. Map 3 can pop over there, completely different map. I want to see if that works as a RTS concept. Let's get there. All right. This is it. This is the end. This is where I stop. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for the help. Hope your game dev is going well. Hope your Godot journey, or your Unity journey, or your Unreal journey, or if you're making your own engine, hope you're making your own engine journey is treating you well, and you're finding lots of success. Hope you're playing lots of fun games, and that you're not tired like me. Get lots of rest. Enjoy the weather. See you all next time. Have fun, y'all.